Hello my friends and welcome back. I'm Chiscool Gaming, and in today's video, sponsored by the makers of Whiteout Survival, my prep has been insane and I'm gonna train a bunch of troops to try to keep us in this thing because it's so close. This is the closest prep we've ever had. Shout out to 2297 for an incredibly impressive performance. Shout out, of course, to my state for throwing down like crazy. It has been nuts. I'm in 2242, in case that wasn't clear. My training starts in 150 seconds, so let's do a couple things. Firstly, let's speed up what we have in progress, and I don't know that I want to see what kind of speed ups I'm using. The thing is, I do want to see, because I don't want to use universals. I think this is going to go really fast. I've done training in the past, and it just boom, 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 boom. It just absolutely flies by. The only other thing I could do to maybe make this go smooth is I don't know if I need resources or not. I suppose it'll like open them as they go, right? Right? Like, if I really, how much do I have? If I really needed them. Whoa, whoop, open a bunch here. I don't know. Like I can open some. I think I'm probably fine. If not, there's just one more checkbox I'm gonna check when it shows up. That's like, hey, like, what are you doing? Are you sure you want to do that, or you need resources or whatever? Now, in terms of my troop composition, I really want to train a lot of infantry. I don't actually know, like, how many troops am I about to train? I have 220 days of speeds, 217 days of speeds. All right. And before getting the title here, my prep score is what? 22 million. We lock in. Title's coming any second here. What should my troop breakdown be between the different troop types? I think I should just have more infantry than anything else, because I feel like that's what takes the most damage, right? And would have the most losses. But I also want to have a bunch of marksmen because I rally. And I need to have lancers, but I have lancers. I have, I have a lot of troops. I don't need troops. I'm just putting points on the board. That's it. That's the whole thing. We need points. I'm putting points into prep. Training troops is not what my account needs at all right now. There it is. Okay. Minister of Education. The Minister of Education. Here we go. Oh, baby. Boom. Boom. I am going to gain a lot of power. Boom. I need to do this a lot of times. I suppose I could have actually put some thought into how many resources this was going to run me. But whatever. It is what it is. We train them up. Read them and weep, baby. Which is what I'll be saying when one day I get zeroed with all these troops. Lol. It be what it be. It is what it is. And the troop training is underway. OMG. If I had to guess what a good ratio of troops would be for my city, like 50% inf, I feel would be super reasonable, right? 50 inf, 20 lance, 30 marks? I don't know. Maybe an even split between the lance and the marks, so like 50, 25, 25. I'm a sucker for infantry in any game that I play. Literally any game I play, I'm all about the infantry. So of course I want to overtrain infantry. Of course I do, bro. Of freaking course. Now, what I can do when I'm a few minutes into this is just take a beat, get a pulse, and see, okay, how far am I? And do I need to use any sort of buff? There's a buff that will give me double the capacity basically, which doesn't give me training speed. I've talked about that in the past. Speed is what I get from the state buff as well as capacity. But the extra capacity means I can just get the training done faster, which honestly, wait, that might be what I need. Wait, do I need that? I'm only using 200 5-minute speed ups at a time. Wait, how many troops am I about to train, bro? Oh my God. Wait, am I cooked here? I need to do this how many times? A lot of times. I don't know. I got 30 minutes. I think I'm probably fine. Yeah, it's going pretty fast. Is going pretty fast. All right. I'm also gaining a lot of power, which again, I have more than enough troop power as it is. So I just think this is a liability more than anything, truth be told. So I would not recommend excessive amounts of troop training. I do think that for Tundra League, it's going to be really nice. So I'm hyped about it from that perspective. And for Tundra League in particular, I do feel like the Inf is like a real chase troop type, you know? Like I really need a lot of that. To get to 50% Inf in my collection, I'd have to only train Inf for this entire time. And even then, am I actually getting to 50% Inf? To do that, I would need over 1.5 million. I mean, I could certainly get close to that, but I think I'll just be skewing the collection in favor of infantry. Now, in terms of resources used, what's the split here? It is slightly more food. So this is, oh, we're out of food. Okay. Okay. Let's see here. That is going to slow down the operation. Don't show this again today. Okay. Yeah, just use it. Okay, that kind of sucks, truth be told. Wow. This is using up a lot of resources, y'all. I do have the resources to do this and fight an SvS, right? I'm sure I do. Surely I must. Oh, man. Okay. I think I do see the speed up. So I'll see when I'm out of training speeds. So I think I'm fine here like this. And now we're cooking. We're still cooking. But it is kind of annoying to push that button every time. I could just go in and open a bunch of food, which might be the play. I think that would have been the best way to have prepared for this. But also I'm going to need to open a bunch of wood in a minute. I don't know. How many more speeds do I have? I'm at least halfway through my speeds. So I'm like probably fine here. Right? Just keep doing this thing. Quick use. And I have so many pick one chests in the bank that even if I run out of like the specific resource types, which I don't think I will from this training, I should be fine. Now I have something blocking my vision of the clock, which is really annoying. Now I'm short on wood and also on food, which is adding more taps. Gosh darn it. Let me see here. Okay. Oh, it's only been 5 minutes, bro. I'm fine. I'm fine. I don't have to. I'm going to be fine. This is going to be fine. Okay. Consume that. Pop that. And we're still cooking. How about that resource count, though? I have done a bunch of research to reduce the training cost of the infantry and really of all the troop types. So that's kind of a win. I've got that to like level 7 in my research. Because, I mean, they are awfully resource intensive. Okay. Just kind of drain all my resources leading up to SvS here. And I don't want to use universal speeds on this. I don't think that's the right use of universal speeds. Okay. Now, feeling pretty good about this. I really should have done more research into the actual desired split of troops. Like, the funny thing is I could have just asked in my Discord server linked down below, and I feel like I would have got a really informed perspective from someone who has put a lot of thought into this exact question. And I realize now, I don't know how fast I'm going to go through the 1 minute speeds, but again, I still have 23 minutes. So I feel my velocity of going through these speeds is pretty sufficient. Certainly my velocity of going through my resources is greater than expected. Oh my god. It's training day, everybody. Bow, 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 bow. Imagine if it's actually just a total blunder to have more infantry. What a rip that would be. You know, the funny thing is, I think I asked my boy Skillet about this long ago, and I had a ratio way back in the day, but the ratio back then at the start of the games obviously got to be different than whatever it would be now, right? Got to be different. Okay. We keep pumping the infantry out here. And I don't know. At what point do I train other troop types? I don't think I'm there yet. Maybe when I'm out of the 5-minute training speeds, we can assess. Just kind of need to see how fast I'm going to plow through these 1-minute speeds, you know? Well, it should be 5 times as fast as going through the green speed. So I'm fine. I'm fine. Okay. It's fine. We're going to make it. I am gaining a lot of power. That is hilarious. The folks we're up against, dude, they have some really impressive players that gained, I don't know, man. Like literally hundreds of millions of points in this stage, the troop training stage, which is kind of nuts. But okay, you know, here we are. Here we are. All right. Now, as we lock in to the final stretch on the green speeds. Oh, last day for charms. Upgrade them, please. Yep. And mains and farms. True. I hope I didn't actually, like, accidentally push the gem button. How much would that suck? 20,000 gems because I'd be gemming resources and speeds. What a rip that would be. Oh my gosh. That would be such a rip. Okay. So many infantry in my city. Actually insane. All right. Now, so when I'm at, if I get to 1.7 for the infantry, that would be a 50% infantry in the city ratio, right? That would be insane. It feels weird to just do this much of one troop type. I feel like that's, I don't know. Is that a mistake? Am I committing just a huge mistake right now? Lol. Okay. Worst case during Tundra League, I just heal the troop type that I need. And it doesn't have to be the infantry, right? So that could be fine. But usually what happens in Tundra League is I run out of the infantry. Or Tundra in general, right? Okay, we're almost out of the 5-minute speeds. And then we move on. to the 1 minute speeds. All right, we on the 1 minute speeds now? We are. Oh yeah, they're gonna go so fast. Oh my god. Okay, we have time. We have time to just take a second and just look at this troop ratio. Is this where we want to be? This feels pretty okay to me, honestly. Like more infantry, bunch of marksmen, bunch of lancers. I have more than enough of anything. Like we're kind of chilling. 55 million on my prep points. Woo! Baby, 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 baby. But I got to keep going. I'm just keeping us in the game here. Okay. Well, let's just keep going. I'm just keeping us in the game. And look, once I've used up my training speeds, that's it. We're done. That's that. Okay? At that point, when the training speeds are, I'm not using universals. I mean, I might for like one to finish it off or whatever if it's a small amount of universals, but I'm not trying to blast a ton of universals on troops here. I did that at the start of the game. And it's funny, people were like, "Oh my god, what a mistake." And they were right. They were right. It was a blunder. But I needed troops at the start of the game. Do I do a couple other, troops here? I'm at 1.5 for these bad boys. We're kind of chilling on that front. Maybe we do a few of these to round things out, Couple of marksmen. And then we're chilling. We're almost there. Okay. Almost out of speeds. There it is. What's it going to use? Yeah, okay, now it's going to start using other speed ups. All right, I mean, I feel pretty good about this, chat. That's pretty good. What is going to use up exactly 500 minutes? Just do this. Speed this up. Yeah. All right. Put as much as I can on the board with the training speeds. Okay. That lands us in state of power. They're still training. Whoever they have, their trainer is still going. But I'm tapped. That put me up to 58 million points. 58.7 for the phase. I mean, that's pretty good. That's pretty good. I think whoever they've got is still going and they're closing this gap. This is insane. This is the closest prep I've ever had. Just completely insane. What I get over here? Oh yeah. Explore the world. Yoink. Oh yeah. Yoink. Ooh, one of these bad boys. Master fragment. You definitely want to save your master fragments, I'll tell you what. But let's get a look here. So, explore the world. I'm probably maxed on that already. Gosh darn it. I am. So it doesn't even matter. But like all of these just become fodder at this point. Okay. Even this is just like, it is an explore the world theme scene fragment, which I am already maxed. 100% complete on this. So it doesn't matter. I can just open it, I guess. Would be nice if it gave it for, something else. But okay. There it is, chat. There it is. We did our training. The buff here is really nice. 50% training speed, 200 capacity. Obviously, before you do training in a big way, you want to have the training speed maxed out. So there's training speed. There's training speed. There's more of that in here. And then also the camps themselves. If we look at the detail here, you can see that they give training speed as well. So the higher level those get, the more training speed you're getting. It's pretty minor from over here, but it's not nothing. There are buildings you can get that increase your training speed. Capacity is handy. It just makes it so you can go sort of quicker through that process that I went through. But the training capacity, camp expansion is not that important. It is if you need long gaps of time where you are away from the game and you're passively training, but from the standpoint of doing what we just did, it's kind of not all that important. All right. GG. Wow. You enjoy the vid? Throw a like and subscribe. I'm going to put cards in the end screen for the last times that I trained. Yeah. I got to go get the kids ready for bed too. You enjoyed this one? Throw a like on here. Subscribe. And until next time, you have fun smashing your enemies. Let me know your thoughts in the comments what the troop ratio should have been. What should I have been aiming for? Was it right to train all inf? Let me know your thoughts.